although steel cage traps are considered one of the most effective methods for controlling wild boars today. The reality is that these animals continue to cause serious damage to crops in many parts of the world. Why is that? Is there something wrong in the way humans are applying this technique? And what is the truth that most people have never heard of? Let's find out together right now. We often hear that wild boars are invasive and extremely harmful to agriculture. But few people mention a surprising fact. It was humans who initiated this entire problem. In the 1930s, some ranchers and sport hunters in Texas introduced Eurasian wild boars for recreational hunting purposes. These boars later escaped captivity and interbred with native feral pigs, creating highly adaptable hybrid populations. The result was a widespread and difficult to control biological crisis. From about 2 million in 1990, by 2019, the number of wild boars had increased to nearly 9 million. Appearing in at least 39 US states. And it's not just the US. Many other countries, such as Australia, Germany, and Spain, are also facing similar situations. In the US alone, wild boars cause an estimated $1.5 billion in economic damage every year. Most of this comes from crop destruction, damage to irrigation systems, attacks on livestock, land degradation, and the spread of diseases to both animals and humans. Their reproduction rate makes the problem even worse. A single female can give birth to 4 to 6 piglets per litter and reproduce twice a year. This means that unless at least 60% of the population is removed annually in each area, their numbers will continue to grow uncontrollably. In response, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, and several states have spent millions of dollars to implement control programs. States like Texas and Oklahoma recently approved the use of a toxic bait called kaput, beginning in 2024. However, this chemical solution is controversial due to the risk of affecting non-target wildlife. Among physical control methods, round pen pig traps are one of the most widely used and effective options. These traps typically have a diameter of 9 to 12 meters and are designed to capture an entire sounder of pigs in a single gate drop. This method helps prevent the remaining pigs from learning to avoid traps after only a few are caught. However, many users make mistakes that render these traps ineffective. Wild boars are extremely intelligent animals, capable of learning and remembering threats. If traps are placed in the wrong location or triggered too early when only a few pigs have entered, the rest of the group will become wary and never return. That's why it's crucial to set traps in the right spots, typically near water sources, areas with signs of activity like rooted soil, footprints, or where food scent is present. Experts from Texas A&M University recommend pre-baiting the trap area for 3 to 7 days with food like corn, fruits, or other high-nutrient seeds. A particularly effective trick is using fermented corn soaked for a week. The strong smell of fermented corn is highly attractive to wild boars. In some cases, farmers have caught nearly 30 pigs overnight just by using proper baiting and trap placement strategies. Besides corn, fruits like watermelon, apples, and peaches are especially effective during summer when water is scarce. Protein-rich foods like soybeans or livestock feed also attract large sounders. However, a common mistake is triggering the trap when only a few pigs are inside. You must observe and ensure that at least 70 to 80% of the group regularly enters the trap before activation. Otherwise, the rest will permanently avoid the area. After the trap is triggered, swift action is essential. The cries of captured pigs can alert others and make them more cautious. If the trapped pigs aren't removed promptly, the rest of the sounder will be alarmed and move elsewhere, making future trapping much more difficult. Another strategy is to relocate the trap site every few months to prevent wild boars from learning and avoiding known danger zones. In addition, surveillance technology is being widely used. Many areas employ infrared cameras or motion sensing systems to monitor the pigs' movement patterns, helping determine the best timing and placement for traps. The challenge of controlling wild boars is a long-term battle and requires cooperation from multiple parties: farmers, hunters, local authorities, and researchers. Only by understanding their habits and weaknesses can we develop optimal control methods that don't harm the ecosystem or other wildlife. What about you? Have you or someone you know ever used pig traps? Do you have any other effective strategies for managing this invasive species? Share your experience in the comments. The battle against wild boars continues, and every bit of real-world knowledge can help others. If you found the information in today's video helpful and practical, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share to avoid missing out on our upcoming in-depth analyses.